Hi, it's Bonnie. I'm so honored Billboard chose me to receive their Icon Award at this year's Women in Music event. So many great women being celebrated. Join us for a live stream on March 2nd.
Live from SoFi Stadium.
Bonnie. Robin, I think you just lost some stuff. Bonnie, that smile this way. That's it. And Bonnie, just to your left here. Hey, Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie, down the line. Down the line a little bit, Bonnie. Right there. And Bonnie, just a couple in front of me here. Thank you. And Miss Raitt, right here. A little smile there, Bonnie. That beautiful smile right here, Bonnie.
Step down, Bonnie.
Bonnie, right here, please. Right up here.
Have a little smile straight ahead, Bonnie. Oh, you're
and Bonnie, one more over here, please. And
Bonnie, to your left, Bonnie.
Bonnie, have a little wave. Bonnie. There we go.
Bonnie,
Thank
to your
you.
left.
Thanks,
And Bonnie,
Get you right in the center of the...
And Bonnie.
One more smile over there.
Right there for us, right in the center of that.
Hey,
There it
How are
is.
you?
I'm good. I'm iconic.
And Bonnie, that beautiful smile, Bonnie, hold that.
To your left.
And Miss Bonnie, the front of that outfit right there, hold that one sec, beautiful.
Then Bonnie, one
Miss
last
Raitt
smile
here.
back to your right,
Bonnie,
Bonnie.
straight ahead. And Bonnie, a little wave.
Bonnie, one last smile right here.
And directly in front of you, please.
Bonnie, to your
Bonnie,
right.
right here.
Bonnie, one last smile to your right. Thank you, beautiful.
Love the jacket.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Chelsea Briggs here at Billboard's Women in Music, and I am joined by our icon, Bonnie Raitt.
Thank you for having me. This is a wonderful night for me.
How does it feel to have that title? Do you feel like an icon?
No, I just feel glad to still be doing it 50 years on, but you know, to get this kind of respect from my fellow women, and Billboard's been so great and always given so much great exposure, and more and more women behind the scenes at cameras and crews and executives. So, you know, in my 50 years, I got a lot of things to celebrate besides myself.
Well, if you could go back to your younger self and give your younger self advice, knowing what you know now about the industry, what would you say to young Bonnie?
Get more sleep,
Okay.
get a really good lawyer, and just have a blast. You know, just take care of yourself, and you know, make sure you're out there with really good people on the road, or it's not worth it.
I love that. When you look back at your career, what's like the one moment that stands out that was sort of that first like aha moment, like I made it in this industry?
Well, for me, probably this is a cliche, but to actually hear your first record on the radio and you pull over and go, my God, I made it. You know, when you first hold it in your hand, that never gets old. And I got a new record coming out in 2 weeks, and I'm still so excited. It's number 21, and it's as if it's the first one.
Just like that. That's what it's called. We're very excited. I heard you wanted to stretch yourself on this album. What does that mean? How have you evolved and stretched yourself?
I wanted to write about some topics that I haven't covered before, and I wrote a couple of songs from kind of a story point of view, inspired in many ways by my friend John Prine. And then I did sort of a jazz funk hybrid, which I had never really done. So I just did some different grooves and different topics, and you know, it's nice to be uncomfortable once in a while. Yeah.
Well, obviously, I Can't Make You Love Me, Something to Talk About, are two of the best songs of all time. I still listen to them. They're like on my Clean My House playlist. For you, when you sing those songs now, because they're so iconic, where do you go back in your head? What does it take you back to?
Oh, the beginning of love, when you're flirting with something to talk about, still kind of a sexy little, let's get on with it, you know. And
Still on stage, it brings you back to that.
yeah, and then I Can't Make You Love Me. I sing it I was on both sides of that. I was the one that wasn't in love anymore and had to break somebody's heart, and I have had my heart broken. So for all those people out in the audience I know are going through it, I dedicate it to them.
Are you still amazed at how it's just there's such timeless songs?
Let's just say I didn't write them, so I'm very, very grateful that I was the first person they sent them to. So I probably have been not made one trip to the airport where the SkyCap didn't say, remember SkyCap? When they would say, you know, give me something to talk about, or that's the only song, men cried, I Can't Make You Love Me. I know. It's great.
Last question. I hear you always have a 5-year plan. Yeah. So obviously you're the Icon Award here today, but what is in your 5-year plan after this night?
Well, when you run a company, I have my own record company, and I have a band and crew, and they all have mortgages and families to support. So we have usually tour for a couple of years, and then I take a little time off and think of something new to write and make a record, work the record, for the artwork, the sets, the clothes, and then go back out for another 2 years. So hopefully I'll keep going. So, but then I'm already an icon, so I guess I can do whatever I want.
An icon and a gypsy, I would say. Look
That's
at you,
true.
always touring. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations tonight. So nice to meet you. I'm going to give you a hug. An icon. Have a good night.
Congratulations,
Thank
the
you.
Icon Award. When you hear that, what goes through your brain?
Respect. It makes me feel so great to be validated and respected by my peers and looked up to. You know, I mean, I grew up with tons of idols of mine, Joan Baez and Jane Fonda, and lots of women in our industry and not in the industry, in the activist world. And to think that I've been doing this for 50 years and now people are giving me awards, it makes me pretty proud.
Well, you deserve all the awards, first of all. You have been doing this for 50 years. Your 18th studio album,
21st, actually.
21st
Yes,
studio
yes.
album is coming out. What keeps inspiring you to put out music? Where does that come from?
Well, first of all, it's really fun to find new songs. It's hard work, but it's great to have new songs to add to the show for the fans and for us. You know, you go on the road and play for 2 years and I've got like 20 albums worth of stuff to pick from, but I want some new stuff. So I want to keep stretching, and I'm curious, and I have new songs I fall in love with, and I want to sing them live.
How are you preparing for your upcoming tour? How do you go through your catalog and pick out songs?
It's really tough. The more records you have, the harder it is to narrow it down. But there's certain songs like I Can't Make You Love Me and Angel from Montgomery I've got to do something to talk about. So for the 6 or 7 left, I like to mix it up with some blues and go back and surprise people in the audience with songs that they may not have heard, and then, you know, win them over again for songs that maybe I haven't played in 20 years. It's kind of fun, actually.
Absolutely. So many artists here tonight, and so many who I imagine and know look up to you. What is your advice to them?
Get enough sleep, get a really good lawyer, and you know, try to give back as much as you can. Treat your people and your band and your crew and your management really well, and they'll come back and work with you, and you can have a wonderful new tribal family on the road, because, you know, life is too short to hang out with people that are egotistical and cruel, you know? We got enough of that in Russia right now.
I love that.
Yeah.
You mentioned get a lawyer, and I'm just curious how you think the music industry has evolved or changed, especially for women. I mean, you've seen a lot, I would have imagined, throughout the years.
The amount of poise and togetherness that women like Taylor Swift and her and Billie Eilish and Adele, I mean, so many women have got their, you know what, together. I mean, Beyonce, they run their own companies. They're, you know, don't take any, they don't make, and nobody can tell them what to wear or what to sing or what to play. So we've come a long way. Yeah, it's a fantastic time to be a woman. There's a lot more women in bands playing really great lead guitar and drums and bass. So I'm really happy to see. Just need more equity and equal pay.
Welcome to Billboard Women in Music, live from YouTube Theater in Los Angeles. Honoring Gabby Barrett, Phoebe Bridgers, Doja Cat, Carol G, Her, Bonnie Raitt, Saweetie, Summer Walker, and Olivia Rodrigo. Hosted by Sierra, with appearances by Christina Aguilera, Sabrina Claudio, Ari Lennox, Normani, Sheryl Crow, and more. She's a multi-platinum award-winning singer-songwriter, philanthropist, entrepreneur, and author. And she was Billboard Women in Music's 2008 Woman of the Year. Please welcome your host, Sierra.
Hey! Now that was a beautiful way to start the show, right? Hi, guys. Thank you, Billboard Woman of the Year, Olivia Rodrigo. It's always exciting to pass the torch on to a new Woman of the Year, and Olivia Rodrigo has just been killing it. This past year, her songs were globally streamed more than 10 billion times. We'll be seeing more from her later. I'm Sierra. And we're here tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of incredible women in the music industry. But before we begin this celebration, we want to take a moment of silence to send our thoughts and prayers to the people of Ukraine, especially women and girls, and hope for a peaceful resolution. It's been a while since a lot of us have been in the same room, right? I'm so grateful for the opportunity to come together and lift up those who have kept us moving and grooving through some intense times. The thing I truly love about this Billboard celebration is the breadth and diversity of the women we are recognizing. There is no one way to be a woman in music. We sing, we dance, we produce, we write. Sometimes we rock it, sometimes we take it low and slow. And whether our hands are on a keyboard or strumming a guitar, drawing up a contract or wrapped around a mic, we have all found our authentic selves in our music. So thank you to all of my singing sisters who have honored their inner voice and then had the courage and conviction and charisma to share it with the world. Yes. Now we got a few new things we're doing tonight. For the first time ever, music fans are live with us here in the audience. Gotta give love to the fans, because as you guys know, for performers, our connection with our fans is so important. And can I just say how much I love seeing all your faces here tonight at the YouTube Theater in SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. You're so beautiful. We have such a fantastic night planned that we want to share it with as many people as possible. So a big shout out to everyone watching on Twitter. We want to hear from you, yes. So use the hashtag #BBWomenInMusic to make some noise on your Twitter for your favorite artist. You might even see your tweet featured on the stream. And we want to make sure you stick around for the whole show, because not only are you going to watch amazing performances, you're also going to see some incredible looks. The girls will be serving tonight, yes. It's always believed that music and fashion go hand in hand, as well as the spirit of entrepreneurship. And that's why I love what Billboard in partnership with Google has done for this year's award. Jewelry designer and small business owner Maggie Simpkins has created a one-of-a-kind diamond necklace for all the women honorees to commemorate this evening. By spotlighting one of our music's biggest stages, Google and Billboard are giving her work an opportunity to shine far and wide.
My name's Maggie Simpkins. I am a jewelry designer and small business owner. To make something that's gonna outlive me, that feels like magic. I had the privilege of making necklaces for the Billboard Women in Music honorees. As a small business owner, Google Workspace, specifically Google Docs, helps keep all of my logistics in order so I can focus on being creative. I'm honored to create these really special pieces for all of these incredible women, and congratulations to all of the honorees.
And speaking of your VIPs tonight, Billboard Women in Music is honoring Bonnie Raitt with the Icon Award. And we've got something really special for you guys tonight, right now, performing Angel from Montgomery with longtime collaborator Jackson Browne. Please put your hands together for Bonnie Raitt.
Named after my mother. My old man is another child who's grown old. With dreams with thunder, lightning was desire. This old house would have burnt down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to believe in is just a hard way to go.
Now, when I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. Weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man. And that was a long time, and no matter how I tried, the years just flowed by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
There's flies in the kitchen, I hear them there buzzing. I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. That's for the women of Ukraine.
Hutch Hutchinson back there on the bass. Jackson, thank you. Thank you.
Wow, that was everything. So much soul. Oof. You feel something in your soul, too.
He's been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He has also been the recipient of multiple awards for his work as a social justice and environmental activist. To present the Icon Award, please welcome back to the stage, Jackson Browne.
Getting to perform with my good friend Bonnie Raitt has already made this night incredibly special. And while I usually let the music speak for itself, I'm happy to take advantage of this opportunity to let Bonnie know how much she means to me and so many others here and around the world. I met Bonnie right around the time we each released our first albums. She looked like Little Orphan Annie, and she talked like Red Fox. She wrote songs, but she was actually a blues singer. She was able to combine blues inflections with the traditional melodies of Irish and Appalachian ballads and forge the singing style that we hear in her most enduring work, Love Has No Pride. I Can't Make You Love Me, The Dimming of the Day, Thing Called Love, and her own songs like Love in the Nick of Time. Bonnie has always been very good at interpreting other people's songs, but she's an amazing songwriter herself. In fact, my two favorite songs of her new album, I assumed were written by some newly arrived young songwriter, but she wrote them. She's always been an example of self-empowerment, not only for women, but for men too. Outspoken and passionately involved in social justice, she brings an infectious energy to the ideals she fights for, and pulls people along with her as she engages the most pressing issues of the day, some of which have been the same issues our entire lives, like racial justice. She makes activism look like fun, which for her, it is. They gave me 1 minute to say something about Bonnie Raitt, and I feel like I'm skipping like a stone across the river of her accomplishments. But it gives me great pleasure to present the Billboard Women in Music Icon Award to my teacher, my friend, my sister, Bonnie Raitt.
I love this guy so much. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you all. I'm so proud to be part of this celebration of badass women around the world. All right, now I can see. I was blind, but now I see. You know, a couple of years ago, I used to be able to just look out there and see that, but I'm just glad I'm able to stand up here and get up those stairs without tripping. First, let me say how incredibly honored I am to be receiving this award, Women in Music Icon. It brings me great pride to be held in this kind of esteem. Thank you, Billboard, and congratulations to all the other honorees. I want to thank my dear brother, Jackson, for all the beautiful, moving words you said and feeling the way you do about me. It's absolutely mutual, and I love you, my dear brother. As a young woman, I was deeply inspired by a lot of strong, talented women. Joan Baez, Odetta, Judy Collins, Joni Mitchell. By Sippy Wallace, Etta James, Aretha Franklin, Mavis Staples. And Gloria Steinem, Dolores Huerta, Jane Fonda, and Winona LaDuke. My thanks to them all. None of us gets to any position of success or esteem alone, and I'm extremely indebted to the hardworking and talented support team who helped me get where I am today. I'm so glad to have my core of mighty women all with me here tonight. Over there at table number 1, numero uno, mis hermanas, to Kathy, Annie, Janine, Rebecca, Sheba, and Kat, my deep thanks. Shout out to my musicians and road crews, the songwriters, engineers, managers, labels, and all kinds of agents who have helped me keep my career and my home life going, my friends and family. For the first half, I'd like to thank Dick Waterman, Danny Goldberg, and Ron Stone, and for 30 years, Jeffrey Hirsch. Thanks to Tom Campbell and his team for 5 decades of helping us use our music to make a difference in the world. If I've become a role model for other women in music, for being able to lead a band, let's talk about how many bands up here were all female. Play my lead guitar, create my own sound, run my own label, and use my gifts to give back. I'm very proud that you have recognized me for this. Let us keep fighting to bring more equity and opportunity for women in all aspects of our industry and society at large. And lastly, I want to thank my mom and dad for inspiring my love of music and for standing up for what's right. My heart is heavy for the people of Ukraine, and I know the Russian people are not in agreement, so many of them, with what's being done. I pray for all the people that are working hard for peace, including the man who started the war. May he have a transformation. I can't think of a better tribute to thank you than by heading back out on the road soon, doing what I love with a new album, and finally over this pandemic. Stay safe, everybody. Here's to the people of Ukraine, and here's to all of you for celebrating women in music. Thank you for this honor.
Wow, wow, wow. Spoken like a true legend and icon she is. We want to make sure our icons know how much she's appreciated. So make sure to use a hashtag BB Woman in Music to show Bonnie some love. And if there are women in music who, like Bonnie, have inspired you along the way, let us know. What a night, right? This has been so much fun. Whether you're here in the room at YouTube Theater with us or watching at home on Twitter, I hope you've had as much fun as I've had at Billboard Women in Music. This was so much fun tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in, and keep using the hashtag BB Women in Music. Our honorees are smart, beautiful, sexy, diverse, and inspiring. And it's been a privilege lifting them up and supporting all this incredible talent. Congratulations to all of you. Love you too. See you next year.